Hello, this is another oldie, something I did many years ago, and it's something a bit different. I don't know, I wouldn't like to call it journal because there's nothing in writing. It's not really a photo album because there's other images other than photography. So let's just call it some sort of art journal, art book. It's made of cloth and paper. It's bound with Japanese stud binding, and every sheet of paper is being stitched with the sewing machine on cloth. On the left hand side, I did on every page some stitching and some cutout shapes with black shiny card. This was meant to be, I guess, some sort of bird. Just very simple shapes and contours done with a zigzag stitch in the machine. And on the right hand side, I put photos taken with my toy camera, my Holga, my loyal old toy camera. I should say, for the record, it's purple. I don't know if any of you has heard of Holga's cameras. They use a large format 120 film, and they produce very quirky results with a lot of burnt corners areas and lots of out of focus areas, and that's why they can make really quite dramatic and interesting results. I would thoroughly recommend it, other than the fact that now in this country, in UK, having a film developed cost a lot of money, and buying a film cost a lot of money, so I've been using it a lot less, which is a shame because I've got a collection of toy cameras, and I've also got a collection of vintage cameras, and I'm finding just too expensive to use them too often. I used to use them all the time. But anyway, that was a by the way. So this is a photograph taken with my Holga of my daughter sitting by a loch. And again, it's mounted with a zigzag stitch done in the machine. The next page, there's another pattern on the left hand side, another cutout, and a black and white image of a Spanish girl I used to know, again mounted with stitching. So it's black cloth on one side on paper and cutout pattern, and on this particular occasion it's black cloth again, and it's another black and white image of a reed in water. Simple cutout patterns, which I still love. And here it's white cloth stitched on paper. And this image was taken with another toy camera which I have, which is probably the original of all toy cameras. It's called the Diana. Again, I wonder how many of you would have heard of it. And again, you see all the effect, all the burnt out, because the camera lets in light like a sieve. And I absolutely love the leakage and the effect it produces. This was a statue made out of the rock on a cliff in Italy. A beautiful thing. Just you suddenly walked along the beach and you saw this emerging from the rock. Fascinating. another pattern, and a dog. Love the texture of his wrinkles, so velvety. He's asleep. She, I think her name was Cynthia. How beautiful is that? Can you see? Fast asleep. Man on the beach. There's a story about this man that went on this very remote beach on the northwest Highlands of Scotland to collect driftwood, and he lived miles and miles away in the interior, away from absolutely everything and anything. And if he needed to go to the post office to collect his pension, he would have to walk 20 miles. Unbelievable. This, by the way, this beautiful, beautiful beach with this wonderful stack coming out of the water is called Sandwood Bay, and is right in the very northwest corner of Scotland, the Highlands of Scotland. If anybody wants to come and visit, it's a must-see place. It's a couple of hours walk to get to it. Pinocchio. This wasn't a toy camera, this was an old Agfa camera, one of these with a bellow lens that comes out, and it has mould on the lens, and the mould refracts the light in a weird and wonderful ways, and that's why I get all these effects. And this is my man walking along the cliffs amongst the sheep. I do love lenses with mould. They create very dramatic effects. Any purist, of course, would have a fit, but, well, I'm not a purist. I love mouldy lenses. A dramatic view of a castle, still in the Highlands. More light leaks out of my Diana camera, this was, and this, I don't suppose you can see it, it's a baby falmer, a little bird in his nest amongst the rocks. With the naked eye you can actually see it, but on video I don't suppose you would. Oh, this was at the circus. Walking on the rope. Dark and broody, another dark and broody shot. Can you see that's my man walking on a track, and I did a little bit of photoshopping on the sides of the tracks to create a staggered effect. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. That couldn't be simpler, could it? This is a Holga shot again, and that's my daughter Camilla behind the carnival mask, wrapped in a blanket. Again at the circus. I've always loved this shot. It's actually the shadow of a trapeze artist projected on the tent, on the cloth, the canvas of the circus, and it's all blurry and wonderful. I wonder if you can see it. All right. This was another toy camera, and I took a shoal of little fishes underwater. That's the fishes and all light and shade at the bottom of the sea. Wasn't very deep. And that's it. Black cloth again, covered in dust, of course, the back. And that was my front. Well, as I say, it was something a little different. It's not maybe a whole lot to do with journaling, but still, I hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.